EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Chicago Bears. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from Soldier Field. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Bears take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with the Rutgers man, Kyle Mongai. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing is Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. So the completion good for 7 there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Biggie Angels.
Looking to throw is Williams. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, On offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
No score after one on EA Sports. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To the air, Williams. Over the middle is going to find Burden. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. They'll go. Here's Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Luther Burden, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Bears 7, Steelers 0.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Off the play fake, it's Thompson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Thompson. Quick throw there is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. To throw, Williams. Pass complete to Loveland. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll show the defense.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 42 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
On the ground, it's Manunga. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
From the gun, here's Williams. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, a good D lineman almost had him. But 3rd down coming up.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. This will be caught. Oh, my, what a play call there. The double pass works. It's a touchdown. Now the point after try for Santos. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Bears 14, Steelers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
19 Tiger.
Thompson now. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
For a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check that. Street. 60, bikes, go.
Thompson looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Thompson back to the air once more. That's complete to DK Metcalf. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
Every now and then I can speak from experience, because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes, because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
It's Miller complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A 2-touchdown game. 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Thompson going play action here. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Thompson fakes a handoff. Now going to throw it. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Here's Thompson. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Steelers.
Again, Thompson's going to throw this. And his throw is incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Cowboy 80.
Now it's Thompson. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. DK Metcalf, 35 yards. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
There's a short one caught by Logan. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Misdirection's the key on this play. They line up with 3 receivers to the opposite side of the tight end, and they're all going to work their way across the field and let the tight end slip underneath against flow the other way. They're banking that he can get lost, and that's exactly what happened as they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Here's 2nd and 10.
What is up?
To throw, it's Williams. Pass to the right side, caught by Burden. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Roma Dunze with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 2 yards on
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Thompson. That's caught. He gets it out to Austin. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
A gain of 15.
Now Thompson.
First down, Steelers.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Thompson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jacob.